Hey everyone, and welcome to Common Agenda. I'm Norman Oliver.
And I'm Ethan Weiser, and I have a story.
What? We aren't there yet.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh no, not this again. Please, for the love of God, stop. It's almost May, and the beautiful weather is bringing a wave of senioritis, a powerful strain that has been striking down students with a vengeance. If you're feeling lazy, head over to Advising for a free dose of reality. But for those of you who still care about what goes on at this school, here's the news. The winners of the Spirit of Emerson Awards for 2015 have been announced. Because the televised award show is apparently not enough for us, the Spirit of Emerson Awards are given to those who truly make Emerson a more positive place. This year's individual Spirit winner was Class of 2015's Nyla Wissa, who created Flawless Brown, Emerson's first theater troupe for women of color. The group award was given to faculty group Cirque de Distress. They're responsible for the therapy dog events recently seen on campus. Congrats to the winners. I'm feeling more positive already. Just in case you're not feeling like a total failure yet, you should know that several students are already set to compete in the 10th annual Emerson Entrepreneurship Experience Exposition on April 24th. The expo is debuting entrepreneurial programs created by Emerson students with such successful ventures coming out of it as Roxy's Grilled Cheese and Evie Tea. It promises valuable experience for all involved, not just the winners, especially since we all know that us art students are going to need to know how to make money any way that we can. Emerson's new comedy minor is in good hands with alumnus of 85 Michael Bent, who for the 10th year running performed at the White House's annual Easter egg roll. It's a comedy show for the president. Bent is a renowned comedian and magician whose skills have been enchanting people all over of all ages and status for decades. This man has seen, smelled, and been graced with a smile from Michelle Obama. Who wouldn't want to take a class with him? All right, everyone, I want you to close your eyes and think about that. Think of a modern art painting and see what it looks like. Go ahead. The piece you probably just pictured in your minds was most likely painted by Jackson Pollock. So naturally, we're pretty stoked that our own associate professor, Joseph Kettner, is going to be curating an exhibit in Italy of Pollock's work entitled Jackson Pollock's Mural, Energy Made Visible. And while it's already pretty impressive that an Emerson professor is curating a major art exhibit, it's even more impressive that he was able to snag Pollock's mural, which is widely considered to be one of the most important paintings of the 20th century. Congratulations, Professor Kettner. Over the past few days, Emerson has been collectively losing its mind over a single movie trailer. I'm of course referring to the newest trailer for J.J. Abrams' Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, you've probably seen all your VMA friends freaking out over it on Facebook. But to be fair, their freaking out is totally justified. I mean, one of the most amazing movie series is finally back. Who wouldn't be freaking out? Now here's Javi Rodriguez with After Emerson.
And welcome to a brand new episode of After Emerson. I'm your host, Javier Rodriguez, and today we are going to be speaking to Emerson alum Jane Saulnier. So tell me, when did you graduate Emerson and what did you major in?
I graduated in the class of 90 and I majored in communication, politics, and law.
Nice. So I see now that you are a professor here. You're doing speech communication, is that right?
Yes.
And so what do you like about that? What do you enjoy? What's your favorite part about teaching?
The students. I love the students. I loved it when I was a student here, and I like still hanging out with the students.
Yeah, the speech is always fun. I did speech class as well. We had a great time. We did fun activities. Are there any fun activities that you do in your class?
I'd like to think so. It's good to get the students up and speaking as much as possible and doing group activities together. They usually enjoy doing that.
Nice. And other than being a professor here at Emerson, do you have any other hobbies outside of being a professor?
Yes, I like to just walk my dog and garden, and I have a website that I maintain about traveling around New England with dogs, like hotels you can stay at and stuff like that. Yeah.
What's the website called?
New England Dog Travel.
Nice. So do you update that like once a week, or how does that work?
During the semester, less so, but I update the Facebook page regularly, and then also events and stuff like that in the summertime when it's really busy for doggy events.
And let me ask you, this is a strange question kind of. What's the weirdest or best speech that a student has ever given that you can remember?
Ooh.
It can be strange, it can be weird, it can be the best one.
Oh, that's a really hard question.
It is.
So many.
There has.
I mean, we're talking like 20 years worth of speeches. I think, I can't really think of a particular one, but I think that the creativity and the passion that students put into their work, especially if it's a topic that they care about, those are the ones that are the most noteworthy. There was one, actually, I just thought of, that the student talked about the use of parabens in cosmetics and things like that, and that was probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I still go into CVS and read every label.
Nice. So do you see yourself being here at Emerson for a long time, or do you see yourself branching off doing something else?
Well, I've already been here a long time, but I hope to be here longer, for sure. You know, I could retire from here, but we'll see.
And what keeps you here? What keeps you here at Emerson? Because you are an Emerson alum and now you're teaching here. What has kept you here?
I just love it. I just think it's a great place. The students are great, very creative, very fun, and I really like it.
Yeah, I don't blame you for leaving. I wouldn't either. It's great here. So thank you so much for taking time to speak with us.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. Back to you guys.
Hello, I'm Rivka Herrera, and today I'm speaking to Jen Courier from Acquired Taste. So Jen, could you just tell us a little bit about Acquired Taste and your position in Acquired Taste?
Yeah, sure. So Acquired Taste is Emerson College's 4th a cappella group. We're also the youngest, but we're also the largest. So we were formed in the fall of 2012, which was my freshman year. I was one of the original members. I didn't found the group. And then last spring, we started to kind of organize ourselves and create an e-board, and last fall we were recognized officially by the college as an organization, so that was awesome. So I'm the group's first president, and yeah, we're just moving along and keep progressing and having a really good relationship with Emerson's a cappella community.
How has that journey been, like building up on your group and getting your official title at Emerson?
Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work, but it's been a really great experience. We've made a name for ourselves by performing with the other Emerson a cappella groups and with groups all over the city of Boston. Our arrangements keep getting better. All of them are original, so we keep doing new songs that people want to hear. Every concert, we get more people coming out and supporting us. So it's really just been an incredible journey, like I said, of growth and just getting better and better as we go along. And now that we're officially recognized by the college, we have so many more opportunities and we can officially wear Emerson's name. So we're really proud of that.
Could you tell us about some of those concerts and opportunities that you've had in the past and that are coming up?
Absolutely. So we just had our solo concert last Friday. It went really well. We had a lot of members of other Emerson a cappella groups come. Next Friday, the 24th at 7:30 p.m. at Simmons College, we're performing with the Simmons Sirens and 3 other groups from different schools like Northeastern and BU. So that should be a really good experience. And we also have guest appearances at Acapellics Anonymous, Noteworthy, and Troublemakers concerts.
Thank you so much for joining us. And now we'll be heading back over to the news.
And welcome to this week's episode of Focus on Film. I'm your host, Jessica Shortorbani, and today we are focusing on the film Never Fade. And now I have the pleasure of sitting down with the director and writer of the film, Jordan Gustafson. So thank you for sitting down with us today.
Absolutely.
Before we get into the details of your film, can you give our viewers just sort of a general overview of what it's about?
Yeah, sure. So basically, it's about this guy who becomes involved with a peppy kind of girl, and through that he gets involved with harder drugs, and their relationship gets put on the rocks because she's doing some stuff on the side, and so it's kind of the balance between the two of them.
And so what was your inspiration to write this film and then ultimately take on the role of the director in the film?
I think the inspiration kind of just came from where I'm from, living on Cape Cod, which is like an hour away. There's a huge heroin problem, so you're kind of surrounded by it a lot. There was kind of just personal stuff that translated to the film.
Without giving away too much about what happens in the ending of the film, what would you like viewers to take away from it, whether it's an emotional message or just a lesson to learn from it?
I mean, I don't want to drive home a PSA don't do heroin, but just kind of know what you're getting involved with in life and make sure you think before you act, I guess.
And then could you take us a little bit through the artistic choices and logistics, what the actors you chose, why you chose them, why you used Boston as a backdrop?
We held a crew call and we had people come out, and luckily a lot of my friends actually came out to the crew call, and so it was a really set that kind of began Like, we were already close, so through the experience, we kind of grew even more together. And casting was almost the same way, because I cast the female lead, was actually a really good friend of mine who I had no idea acted. So she showed up and I was like, wait, you act? And she was really good, so that was a really pleasant surprise there. But overall, kind of setting in Boston, because it's like easiest, we're here, because it's on a student budget too. You can't really go to LA or any other kind of city. And it made more sense kind of like in the atmosphere we're in, because kids can get wrapped up in stuff like this. So it just made an overall parallel.
So what stage of post-production are you in right now? When can we expect like the big reveal of the film?
We're just editing it right now. We're trying to get a rough cut done, and we're trying to get the film done by June, but we should be getting into coloring and a lot of VFX work probably by the end of May.
Well, it'll be exciting. We're looking forward to it. And now I want to get to, do you have any other future projects in the works?
We're actually developing kind of a feature, or not, we might go feature, might go like 40 minutes for next semester when we come back, to kind of just dive right into kind of making it, not a follow-up to this film, but just kind of a step up in our process.
What would be your dream job in the film industry, and where do you hope to see yourself after you graduate from Emerson?
I mean, I want to direct slash produce, so that route maybe. I don't really have like a set goal.
You still have time to figure it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thanks. And that's going to do it for this week's episode of Focus on Film. I'm your host, Jessica Shutterbunny, signing off, and I'll see you next week.
What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding out you actually have to go in for that final you thought you could miss, and having to cancel your super fun plans with your crush, and then having to reschedule but having no idea what else you could do. Don't be that guy. Here are some upcoming events. Finals are coming up quickly, and that means it's time to drop everything you're doing and head to the circus. Well, the Cirque de Distress at the Iwasaki Library, that is. It's a lot like the real circus, except replace all those death-defying acts and creepy clowns. The Cirque de Distress has all sorts of relaxing things like arts and crafts, writing tutors, massages, and most importantly, therapy puppies. That's right, guys, on Friday, you might just get to snuggle a puggle. Please try to stay calm. I know that might seem hard, but I promise you, Friday will be here before you know it. If you're not free on Friday and you still need to find some way to relax, the Office of Violence Prevention and Response has got you covered. Because on Thursday, it's time for recess. That's right, in Walker 417, you can forget about your troubles and play with some Play-Doh, do some coloring, and watch the animated classic Toy Story 2. It'll make you nostalgic for a simpler time when the only things that really stressed you out was figuring out how to multiply by sevens. Tired of your boss at Pinkberry not giving you the cash you deserve for organizing the yogurt add-ins by color and food group? Look no further, have we got a seminar for you. A salary negotiation workshop will be held on April 23rd at 5 in the Max Muchnick room, run by the Dean of Communications School, Philip Glenn. Despite not really having a salary to negotiate yet, who says you can't get a head start on life? And if you actually do have a salary, who even are you? Seriously, I'm dropping out and becoming a hermit because I can't even handle that level of success. Emerson's getting its High School Musical on, but like with college, with its spring musical Stephen Sondheim and George Firth's Merrily We Roll Along. Come on down to the Cutler Majestic Theater on April 23rd through the 25th for the biggest show of the year, performed and teched by your fellow Emerson students. Tickets are $10 for the Emerson community and $20 for everyone else, with showtimes at 8 at night and 2 o'clock on a Saturday matinee. A musical tale about the pitfalls of fame in theater and movie industry, it promises to be a fun time and a most chilling cautionary horror story for performing arts majors. Don't miss it. On Thursday, the Mercutio Troupe will be staging a performance of critically acclaimed playwright Sarah Roll's late A Cowboy Song. According to Roll, it's a play written for all the lady cowboys of heart and mind who ride outside of the city limits of convention. It's a quirky and downright hilarious play that's being put on by one of Emerson's best theater troupes. Don't you dare miss it.
And that's all for today. Are you seriously still mad at me?
You tried to strangle me!
I literally just made a fist. Everything else was on your fault.
You killed my father!
I'm not going to play into this sick fantasy.
Say it, Norman. Say it.
No, Luke, I am your father.
Ha!